This is Asheville, North Carolina's major tourist attraction. It is the Biltmore Estate. It functions as an historic house museum, and it is the main residence built for George Washington Vanderbilt between 1889 and 1895. So the Vanderbilt family, of course, a very wealthy family known for their railroads, steamboats, fortunes through that and whatnot. And it's a 250-room mansion, privately owned home. Now, this is still owned by George Vanderbilt's descendants, but it was built between, again, 1889 and 1895 by the architect Richard Morris Hunt, as far as the house, and it was landscaped by the world-renowned architect and landscaper Frederick Law Olmsted. So this is a very historical monument here in Asheville, North Carolina, the Biltmore Estate. What's going on, good people? This P9, and I'm here in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm gonna start my journey here in Asheville, North Carolina, on Market Street. This is my second vlog in the state of North Carolina, and once again I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, which is a city and county seat of Buncombe County, located at the confluence of French Broad and Swannoa rivers. It is the most populated city in western North Carolina, and overall the state's 11th most populated city, with a population of just under 95,000. So it increased, the population increased 11,000 since the 2010 census. So the 2020 census is 95,000. But yep, this is Asheville, North Carolina. Downtown is where I'm at. It's a little breezy this afternoon here in Asheville, over here in the Great Smoky Mountains. And Asheville was originally inhabited by the Cherokee Nation. So there were a lot of Cherokee Indians, especially in the western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee portions of the land. But Asheville itself was established or incorporated in 1797, so not long after Knoxville, Tennessee. So you have this little stainless steel sculpture right here. Not quite sure exactly what it means, but it looks really nice nevertheless. The corner of Market and Walnut Street, they have this authentic churrasco steakhouse right here. So still over here on Market Street, getting ready to go walk down Pack Square. It's a nice park back that way. I'm gonna come back to it, but I'm gonna come check out this area over here. Biltmore corporate offices. And this is at Pack Square Park at Oates Plaza. You see right here, it's a nice little waterfall sculpture. Has rocks right here in the middle. I've heard a lot of really flattering things about Asheville, North Carolina. Never been to the town prior to today, but I heard a lot of great things about it. So I've decided, since I was in Knoxville, why not drive the hour 45 minutes to come over to Asheville. You know your town is popping when you have one of these Gray Line tour trolleys right over here. It's one of those sightseeing trolleys where you have a tour guide. Check out these sculptures of these turkeys and these hogs right here. Now this building right over here is called the Asheville Art Museum, and right out the gate you see a nice sculpture in front of it. I'm gonna go check it out. But this sculpture is called Reflections on Unity. It was sculpted in 2016, chiseled, sanded, and bonded plated glass. And the artist is Henry Richardson, who was born in Syracuse, New York. This is a really dope sculpture. So you have bonded plated glass right over here, and it sits on top of this rock right here. Really nice sculpture. And this right here is Thomas Wolfe Memorial Angel. This is nice as well. And I believe this building used to occupy a library, but it now houses an art museum. It has Pack Memorial Library on there. But again, this is the Thomas Wolfe Memorial Angel, and it has a quote from Thomas Wolfe where it says, "Whereon the pillars of this earth are founded, towards which the conscience of the world is trending. A wind is rising and rivers flow." Okay, Thomas Wolfe, You Can't Go Home Again. That's dope. That's nice. A nice sculpture right there. So the early years in Asheville's historic Central Square, Buncombe County was carved out of magnificent mountain landscape etched by indigenous trails and scattered settlements. The bill creating the county was ratified on January 14, 1792. And in 1793, the county's first official courthouse, jail, and stocks were built at the west end of what is now Pack Square, which is where we are now. The small log structure marked the county seat named Asheville and was the first of 6 courthouses located on the square. Until the end of the Civil War, slave auctions were typically held on the courthouse steps. So isolated by distance and difficult terrain, Asheville's population was sparse until the arrival of the Buncombe Turnpike in 1827. So because of the terrain here in Asheville being kind of like in the mountains and everything like that, it was hard to access this part of North Carolina. So they, of course, you know, turnpikes, they had to build like a type of road to get here to make this city more accessible. So that spurred the growth ultimately of Asheville. Once again, this is Pack Square. Pretty nice little sites over in this area. I wonder if this looks like a hotel or a residential building. Looks nice. Down this street right here is you're going to see a bunch of restaurants and souvenir shops and emporiums, all type of stuff. It's a Japanese restaurant over here, an Indian restaurant right here, another Indian joint right over here. It's a souvenir shop right over here. Mass General Store right here since 1883. So this store has been kicking it here for over 140 years. So the street I'm on, by the way, is called Biltmore Avenue. So it's a nice little stretch of road that has a lot of hangout spots. You see there's an art gallery right here. Oh, check this out. Oh, wow. a coffee bus. It's pretty much modeled after the buses out in the UK, I believe. Trafalgar Square. Okay, that's unique for sure. It's called Double D's Coffee and Desserts. So apparently it's a landmark right here in Asheville. They also have a tap room and pizzeria across the street called Barley's. So a lot of nice restaurants and nice little hangout spots over here on Biltmore Ave. They even having a loft hotel right here in the mix of things. So that's cool. And I want to say that this is the road that leads to the Biltmore Estate, which is a staple landmark right here in Asheville. So if you ever heard of the Biltmore Estate, it's located right here in the city of Asheville. It's a landmark. Look at that. I gotta go check. Wait a minute. I gotta go check this out. See if I can get across the street. This is called La Zoom. Wow. Wonder what this is. They have this bus right here in front, out here. It looks like it has some sound equipment on it. So I guess this will be like a party bus or something with wooden seats on it. Wow, okay. Oh, this is okay. This is a tour bus where they go on like little ghost tours and stuff like that. Okay, little haunted tours or whatever. And they have okay, that's what the sound system's for, I guess, to play. I would presume to play like little spooky noises as the driver is taking the guest on tours or something. It's supposed to be like some type of haunted tour sort of setup. They even have a little, like a grocery store, farmer's grocery store, or co-op, basically right here. So you can get your fresh produce over there. Groceries and everything like that. It's a community-owned grocery store. So you can shop and you can join and you know, basically the community owns it. Okay, cool. French Broad Food Co-op, open to the public. Gray Rock Inn. Okay, this is like one of those historical inns. This is called the Bunkum Stone, a sister to the Blarney Stone in Ireland. Okay. So this over this area looks like it's more kind of like hotels and condos, hotels and bed and breakfast, stuff like that on this part of this section of Biltmore Ave. Zelda Dearest Hotel. Okay, so it's one of them old school like bed and breakfast type spots right over here. But Asheville, I'm really impressed. It's really nice. Like I can, from the distance over here, I can actually see the mountains. And once again, Asheville is in western North Carolina, so a lot of cities and towns on this part of this, in this section of North Carolina, around the Great Smoky Mountains, have kind of like a similar look to it. You know, they're nestled in the mountains. You have good mountain views of the Smokies, basically. I'm over here by Oakhurst Park in Asheville. Gonna get some footage over in this area before I head back downtown to get some more footage there. But there's some nice homes over by Oakhurst Park. Just a little bit outside of downtown, but you still get a pretty good view of some of the buildings downtown, as you can see from over here. You know, being that Asheville is in the mountains, a lot of these streets sit up on hills and inclines and things of that nature. Right over here, where they're doing what looks like some renovations or construction work. But this is a stadium for the minor league baseball team called the Asheville Tourists, and the name of the ballpark is called McCormick Field. So being that Asheville is located again in the mountains and it's located on these hills, this stadium sits pretty high up and it gets pretty good views of the city. So this is what the ballpark looks like. I'm not gonna go too far over there because there's construction going on. I mean, this whole like area over here pretty much is a construction zone. So I'm not gonna go to that section where they have it blocked off. But here's the ballpark right here. Wow, they're doing a lot of work over here, it looks like. But the stadium looks pretty good. Like, the stadium looks pretty good. They're just doing the groundskeeping and the maintenance on the field, so that's understandable. But here is the ballpark right over here in a nutshell. There's the scoreboard over here. There's all the sponsors, local sponsors for the Asheville Tourists. So all in all, it looks like a pretty nice little ballpark. holds up to 4,000, so it's a pretty small field. I mean, it's what you would expect for a minor league team. But this stadium was actually opened in 1924, and it was renovated twice, in 1959 and 1992, and it looks like it's undergoing another renovation as of 2024. So the stadium was built in 1924 and named after Asheville resident Lewis McCormick. So this is an old stadium, of course, over 100 years old. And Asheville also, by the way, had a Negro League South team, Negro Southern League team called the Asheville Blues during the 1940s. So this stadium hosted the Asheville Blues of the Negro Southern League as well. So, but it's undergoing renovations as of now. So there you have it. Now I'm getting ready to head on back downtown, get some more footage. Back downtown Asheville, and this apparently is a very popular concert venue right here in Asheville. It's called the Orange Peel. So here, you know, it's basically like a theater slash concert venue, and as you can see, and check this out. Just recently they had Chevelle perform here on July 30th, Sublime with Rome August the 30th, and it goes your boy Juvenile August 31st from New Orleans with Love Tour. So they had all these big time acts perform, and they were performing downtown at the Rabbit to Rabbit Summer Outdoor Concert. So you can basically get, I guess you could basically, I mean this passed now, but for that event, I guess people would grab they would come to the Orange Peel box office and get their tickets. Yeah, so they have a little bit of flavor right here in Asheville. I mean, hey, the mountain towns need love too now when it comes to the music. Sunshine Sammy's. They got a Lexington Glassworks glass blowing studio over here and art gallery. That's neat. Got some apartment buildings right here. I'm on Lexington Avenue, by the way, making my way back downtown. Couple churches over here. I think one of them is a Presbyterian church. Corner of Lexington and Patton Ave. I'm gonna check this out and I'm gonna make my way going back the other way on Patton Ave. But check this out. This is a sculpture inspired by the mountain town's vibrant street musicians and lively drum circles. Artist Chuck Bursima and Ash Knight sought to bring the unique rhythms of Asheville to life with their larger-than-life stainless steel sculpture. So Chuck Bursima, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and Ash Knight from Asheville, North Carolina. Well, one's from Asheville, the other one's from Charlotte. They put together this stainless steel sculpture called Ode to Buskers and Asheville Music. So the large stainless steel Jimmy drum, sculpted by Chuck Bursima, has West African roots and is traditionally played as part of an ensemble, invoking feelings of community and togetherness. Performing on the drum surface are Ash Knight's 5 musical buskers playing the spoons, washboard, jug, fiddle, and a string wash tub, while a dog right over there observes the musical scene below. So that's pretty dope. I like that. And you can even see musical notes, and it's all made out of stainless steel. So pretty dope, pretty dope. Shout out to Chuck Bursima and Ash Knight. That really caught my attention. And here comes a marker commemorating George Masa, who was a Japanese photographer, born Masaru Azuka, advocate of Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Appalachian Trail. His studio was nearby. So this is a photographer who had a strong fondness for the Smoky Mountain area. District 42. So this is really, I'm back at Pack Square, so I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way down Patton. Feeling a nice breeze in the air right now. It's not cold, it's warm, but it's cool at the same time. It's breezy, you know. It's really a nice day. You can tell that it's fall is on the horizon, and summertime is pretty much a thing of the past, at least for this year. Now see, this building right here is called the Crest building, the Crest company. Now this Crest Emporium building, I've seen a few of them in different cities. So it's like a chain of historical department stores, I think. But right here, it looks like they have a string of stores in here. Last raindrops. Okay. May she rest in power. Got your boy Bootsy Collins. Yeah, baby. In Muddy Waters. May he rest in peace. So you got 4 legends right out here at this Asheville Music Hall. It's really dope. It's really cool. Wonderland. Okay. This is like a place where you can get like decorations and souvenirs, all type of different stuff. The Lobster Trap. Okay. And they have a Museum of Science right here, Asheville Museum of Science. To all my science enthusiasts out there. Timers Bar in the S&W building, which houses Highland Brewing Company. As you can see over here. We have this park right here. Not quite sure what the name of the park is. I think it's just simply City Park. Has a very generic name for it, City Park, but this is what it is. It's nice. Got these rocks right over here. These brick steps right over here. Stainless steel sculpture right here as well. Let's see if I can get a name of it. Doesn't look like it, but it's nice. It's cool. Nice geometrical shapes. And this right here, this building right here is the Restoration Hotel. Nice little hotel on Haywood Street. The Asheville Regional Transit, or the ART bus, as you just see right here. So that's the city bus. Goes the trolley tour bus over there again.
One train is on to Knoxville.
Public service building. This building right here in front of me was built in 1929. Go to Asheville Fire Department right here, doing their thing. Jack of the Wood. There's like a bar right here. Jack of the Wood. It's also a pub, and they have live shows, live music performances. Okay, okay. It's like a pretty cool, chill little vibe. You see, yeah, live music. I was right. Yeah, it's always good when you can go grab a cold one and eat some grub and listen to some live music, see live bands play. That's always a cool experience. Patton Avenue Pet Company. Check this out, they got a beanbag toss over here. Okay. Looks like I'm over here now by the government buildings of Asheville, Buncombe County. Not sure what this is, not sure what building this is. It's a nice sculpture right there though. I guess it's like a federal building. It says the Veach Bailey Federal Complex. I'm on French Broad Avenue now. Some apartments right here, Carolina Apartments. It's an older building, but it's still in a nice, looks like a pretty cool part of the town, you know. It's the Hotel Indigo right here, the corner of Haywood and French Broad. So I'm gonna take a break now, but I'm gonna come right back momentarily. Well, stay tuned. I'm at the Asheville Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center in front of this building, Lenore Rhine University, and this is located in the Montford Area Historic District. And just to get a little history of Montford, Montford, with a population of 50, was incorporated in 1893. James Edward Rumbold, its only mayor, served until 1905 when the village was annexed by the city of Asheville. The Rumbold House proudly stands on Zillicoa Street. The Asheville Loan Construction and Improvement Company, chartered in 1889, was formed to develop Montford. The enterprise languished until it was taken over by lumber tycoon George Willis Pack in 1895. The Montford Historic District covers 300 acres and includes more than 600 structures representing a rich diversity of architectural styles, from Queen Anne to colonial revival arts and crafts to neoclassical. Most were constructed between 1890 and 1925. The Montford neighborhood represents one of the richest varieties of architectural styles in North Carolina. The adjacent area, known as Montford Hills, was dubbed a suburb of Montford and built primarily in the 1920s. So it's just a collage of pictures of people like Zelda Fitzgerald, Thomas Wolfe, and you know, Montford also being home to an African-American population. One area of Montford was known as Stumptown, which existed from 1880s to about 1970. And there's a Riverside Cemetery here in Montford, and there's also a Rankin House, which is Montford's oldest home, built by prominent merchant William Rankin around 1846. His son, J.E. Rankin, later served as mayor and chairman of Buncombe County Commissioners. So it's a lot of history right here in the Montford neighborhood. So it used to be its own independent village until it was annexed by Asheville in the early 1900s. So I think we're kind of like close to the Stumptown area where the African Americans lived in during that time in the late 1800s. So this area just has a bunch of older homes and older buildings. So this has more of a suburban feel to it, even though it's still in the city of Asheville. There goes a couple of homes right over here. So once again, this is the Montford area Historic District in Asheville, North Carolina. Back downtown. There's construction going on over here. It's near the I-240 entrance ramp. Catholic church right over here, it looks like. It's a Roman Catholic church called Basilica St. Lawrence. So I'm on Haywood Street now. Thomas Wolfe Auditorium, which is also home to the Harris Cherokee Center of Asheville. So okay, so they look like they have that is that like a casino or something? Look at these sculptures right here. Apparently this represents the Asheville music scene, because this is a Asheville Thomas Wolfe Auditorium. So, and this is so it looks like they have a lot of their musical events over here. As you can see, it looks like a couple dancing right here, and there's a little girl look like she's dancing as well. So some nice sculptures. This is the Appalachian stage. So since 1902, when the first city auditorium was built here, this area has been a center for entertainment and the preservation of Southern Appalachian culture. Acclaim has gone to composer Bascom Lamar Lunsford and playwright Hubert Hayes for celebrating mountain music and dance, and to the Southern Highland Handicraft Guild for promoting traditional crafts, placed in honor of Mitzi Shader Tyser, local historian. Still nice views of the city right here. And I wanted to come over here and get this. This is basically a marker of Raphael Gustavio. He was the architect and builder of the St. Lawrence Basilica, which we just passed not too long ago. This building right over here. And a Spanish master of the arts, Raphael, I don't know if it's pronounced Guastavino, he brought a soaring elegance to American architecture, artfully using layers of thin clay tiles to build vaults, domes, and roofs in more than 1,000 buildings. In 1890, he joined the architectural team at Biltmore Estate, eventually imagineering his own estate called Rhododendron and Black Mountain. So about the Basilica of St. Lawrence and this freestanding elliptical dome, the largest in North America, Guastavino said the construction proceeded with the care of a father of a child. Wow, so Mr. Rafael Guastavino was an architect. He took part in the City Hall Loop and New York subway station, as you can see right here, and the Boston Public Library. So he designed vaults and domes and roofs. So this dude is a pretty big deal. And there he goes right there. And those dudes had thick mustaches back in the day too, man. Rafael Guastavino, architect and builder, St. Lawrence Basilica. This is part of the Asheville Urban Trail. Okay. Really cool. Vanderbilt Apartments. So there's some apartment buildings right here that sit on Haywood Street. It sits adjacent to the Pack Library, as you can see that building right over here. This marker is of Ann Penland, who was a nurse anesthesiast. Her World War II service influenced British Medical Corps to train female anesthesiasts in 1908. Home was here, so her home was situated right over here where the Pack Library now sits. As I continue down Haywood Street, got a chocolate shop over here too. Earth Guild Color Works.
It's always important.
There's a marker for Jimmy Rogers, who was a singer, singing brakesman, lived in Asheville 1927, began his country music career with radio broadcasts on WWNC, then 50 Yards West. So the site where he did his radio broadcasts weren't too far from this site where I'm at right now. And this is another one of those F.W. Woolworth companies department stores which were real famous during the civil rights movement, where a lot of protests and sit-ins took place. They have an Urban Outfitters downtown too. Trying to find out where that park was I said I was going to come back to at the beginning of the video before I got to Pack Square. It was real nice, had some real nice sculptures over there. Once I find that, I'll be one happy camper. I'm on College Street now. Goes another one of those MC Shane Bell Foundry bells from Baltimore, Maryland, which sits at the corner of College and Market Street. I think I finally found it. Here is the park that I was alluding to. Before I go over there though, let me go and check out this marker. It's basically called Pack Square Park. So it's Pack Square Park in Pavilion. Here's the park right here. It's really nice, as you can see. Go down these steps and cross to the other side. This is called the Roger McGuire Green at Pack Square Park. So they have an amphitheater over there, like a little public performance sound stage or whatever you want to call it. What began as a small show in the city festival resulted in two of the most important cultural festivals in the region. In 1928, the Asheville Chamber of Commerce asked musician and folk historian Bascom Lamar Lunsford to arrange a folk song and dance program as part of the city's rhododendron festival. Well, I read about that over there by the music venue, so let me continue on. Here's the Western North Carolina Veterans Memorial. So in a nutshell, it's just a memorial commemorating all of the soldiers of different branches of the military from Western North Carolina who served and lost their lives in those wars and everything. So that's what that is. And this is the Buncombe County Courthouse right here. As you can see, it looks to be about 16 stories tall. Could be more than that, but I counted about 16. This is the Bascom Lamar Lunsford stage. So yes, this is a sound stage. So basically you can come over here This is where the performances are, which I'm assuming this is probably where they had that festival, what I was alluding to earlier, where they had Juvenile and Sublime and all of them. I think they performed over in this area right here. You can see, you can probably set up chairs in the little folding chairs out here in the grass, and you can also sit over here. There's plenty of seating room for people that want to spectate. So this is Asheville downtown in a nutshell. So I'm gonna move on to the next phase of this video. I got everything I needed for downtown Asheville, so stay tuned for more footage. This here is Reuben Carter, aka the Hurricane, who was a middleweight boxer in both America and Canada, and he was basically falsely convicted in 1967, and he was wrongfully convicted for a homicide that took place in 1966. He served a long period of time in the Rahway State Prison in his home state of New Jersey, but then he ultimately got out in 1985 and moved to Canada and became an advocate for criminal justice reform. He also wrote an autobiography in 1974. It was titled The 16th Round. So this is Reuben Hurricane Carter. Now, his story was eventually adapted into a screenplay, and in the 1999 film The Hurricane, which starred Denzel Washington as Mr. Reuben Hurricane Carter. So I did some research to see if Reuben Hurricane Carter had any ties to Asheville, North Carolina, and I didn't see any ties that he has to Asheville. But this is just a nice mural that was posted right in the River Arch District. Reuben Hurricane Carter. I am here at the River Arch District of Asheville, located near the French Broad River and I-240. It is a formal industrial district, and as you can see right here, it's a warehouse which now houses a electric bike tour establishment. So I'm over here at River Arch Place in Lyman Street, and right here at this market, on this marker, there's the Black Cultural Heritage Trail marker, and it's Asheville's black newspapers, from the Colored Enterprise to Urban News. For centuries, white-owned newspapers were the only published source of news and opinions in the United States. White journalists often encouraged violence towards free and enslaved black people, including lynchings. Following emancipation, white newspapers often called for the seizure of black wealth and property. America's first black newspaper, Freedom's Journal, published in 1827, reported on black civic and business life. It also advocated for black people's rights. Asheville's Colored Enterprise, published by Thomas Leatherwood, featured news and opinions by and for black readers. Black-owned newspapers in Asheville included the Church Advocate, Freedom's Advocate, the Southern News, the Southland Advocate, and the West Asheville News. Journalist Johnny Green keeps black journalism's traditions alive in Asheville. Upon learning that Asheville Advocate would stop publishing, she decided to launch her own newspaper, the Urban News, in 2005. Miss Grant is the owner and publisher. So shout out to Miss Grant, and also to all of the black newspapers that were established in the 1800s. So as you can see, they had their own printing press, pretty much for the most part, where they had their own printing press, which were in the form of typewriters. And as you can see right there, this was the staff of black journalists. The Colored Enterprise right here is publication back in 1897, 1902. Before 1865, black people across the South were prohibited by law from reading and writing. Photographer John Tarbell shows an older black gentleman in Asheville reading a book about John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry. Yep, so It was basically revolutionary for a black man to know how to read back during the slave times. But this was really interesting. I did not expect to see this when I came over here to the River Arch District. And this is the flood of 1816. And of course, the flood being because it was so close to the French Broad River. The French Broad River overflowed its banks here by more than 20 feet. Flooding and landslides buried hundreds of homes and businesses in Asheville. Black churches, schools, and volunteers from nearby Swanawa and Kunz Cove communities aided black residents. This area, home to the main rail station, factories, and a black neighborhood, rebounded. And this is Asheville native right here, Matthew Bacote Jr., who operated the first black-owned manufacturing companies in Western North Carolina in the 1960s and 1970s. They manufactured personal protective equipment for medical and scientific use. Mr. Bacote counseled Presidents Nixon and Carter on black entrepreneurship. Mr. Bacote was also the first black man hired in a professional role in the Asheville Area Chamber of Commerce. He helped integrate an Asheville bowling alley and Asheville Municipal Golf Course. So this was an entrepreneur to the T right here. And here he is right here in 2023. He also participated in the June 2020 demonstrations in Asheville following the murder of George Floyd. This was courtesy of Reggie Tidwell. This photograph was courtesy of Reggie Tidwell, and it was taken by Asheville, North Carolina veteran and native Matthew Bacote. Okay, so Asheville has a really interesting history right here, over here, the River Arch District. So as you can see, this is a warehouse building right here, and check this out right here, this little chair. It's pretty cool. Curve. So there's a series of like art studios and shops over here as well. So of course a lot of these former warehouses and industrial buildings were converted to what they are now, a bunch of studios and shops. So it's actually a pretty cool place to ride bikes and as this brother right here, roller skate. So this was basically the Black Wall Street of Asheville back in the day, back in the 1920s and whatnot. They also have some more buildings over there. Maybe I should get me a pair of roller skates and make these vlogs from here on out P9 skating vlogs. I'm contemplating it, I'm not gonna lie. As you can see right here, this sign right here, River Arch District, Asheville, North Carolina. So it looks like a like a sculpture that has like a little cogwheel as its logo, so that's pretty cool. This is like a little trail right here that runs alongside the river. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way today. There goes the river right there. Can't really see too much of it because of the trees, but this is the French Broad River. There it goes right there. It's a better view of it. Sir. Yeah, it looks like the River Arts District here in Asheville is like a pretty cool place to hang out, skateboard, roller skate, bicycle, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna go see if there's some more stuff up this way. Railroad tracks right here. So not only are these is this industrial district or formal industrial district located near a river, it's also located at a railroad crossing. So it looks like there's been a lot of redevelopment in this area as well. As you can see right here, they're building some like they're building something like some, looks like some apartments or condos or something to that effect. Men at Work. I think that was the name of an 80s band, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was called Men at Work. It was men and women at work as well, so it's a nice looking woman over there working. Okay, North Carolina Glass Center. That's tight. So for all you artists out there, my viewers and my subs that are artists and want to come check out Asheville, this will be the place to come check out. They have plenty of art studios and galleries for those who like to get in touch with their creative sides. You know what I mean. Mark Bettis Gallery. So plenty of artwork over here. It's a nice sculpture right here in front of the building as well. Look at that. You can also, I think they have porcelain and like ceramic art. Philip D'Angelo Studio. Yep, Michael Hoffman, hand-built porcelain and other beautiful things. Okay, okay, oh. You got even more studios over here. This is the Phil Mechanic Studios. Again, housed in an old warehouse building. they actually have some steps that lead down to like a parking lot. So I wonder if this is like a restaurant down here. It looks like it might be a coffee shop or something.
Yeah, right there.
And I guess this is this a hotel? Says it's a hotel right here. Might just be another art gallery or something, but it looks nice. This is a nice building. Of course, they have some artwork over here. So it's art everywhere in the River Arts Gallery or River Arts District of Asheville, which brings me to the end of this segment of the video. So there's more to come. Stay tuned. In my final stop here in Asheville, I'm going to take a little stroll around Biltmore Village. Biltmore Village is a classic planned community constructed in the late 1890s at the entrance to the Biltmore estate. Originally designed as a picturesque residential prelude to the estate, the village recreates the quaint atmosphere of an English community. Architects Richard Hunt and Richard Sharp Smith and landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted designed the Biltmore Village community while working on Biltmore Estate. So these people were really busy. Like they was putting together two major landmarks. So this is his historic Biltmore Village. Now, Biltmore Village has a bunch of unique shops, cafes, and restaurants, aka high-end spots, as you would imagine. Village shops and galleries offer a diverse selection of merchandise, from one-of-a-kind decorative and functional craft items to original artwork to clothing and home accessories. So it was also declared a historic area and local historic district in 1989. So I'm just going to take a little stroll. Of course, you know, you're going to have a slew of high-end retailers like this one right here, Lululemon. Let me see. So a few are over here. They have a Christmas shop over here, the Old World Christmas shop. But just look at the style of these buildings. Architectural style. Check it out. There's a restaurant right here. It's called the Corner Kitchen. They have Bakery and Cafe right here. Origami Inc. It wasn't lying when they said there's going to be a lot of like small businesses. The Chapman House Vacation Rental. Okay. Wow. Check this out. All Souls Grotto, Asheville, North Carolina. Craft cannabis and bottle shop. What? Cannabis and beer? Wow. They have that right over here, Biltmore Village. Interesting. Apricot Lane Boutique. So they got some boutiques over here as well. So of course this is basically like another version of Country Club Plaza. This is kind of like the Asheville equivalent to Country Club Plaza in Kansas City. They got a slew of boutiques, again, high-end clothing shops, restaurants, the whole nine. But it's nice. It's really nice. I could imagine how it's gonna look on Christmas. They're gonna have all the lights out. It's gonna be lit up. The street's gonna be lit up and everything. And it'll look really cool, especially being in the mountains. You got a Talbot's, Williams Sonoma. Ain't no Old Navy over here, that's for sure. No disrespect to Old Navy. I wear Old Navy. I rock Old Navy. I don't care. My philosophy is the clothes don't make the man. As long as you know how to rock them real nice, and you know how to swag it out, it don't even matter how much you pay for your clothes. It don't matter, or how little you pay for your clothing. I'm just keeping it real. It's quality over quantity at the end of the day. I'm starting to feel a little sprinkles, like it's getting ready to rain. It's about time for me to start wrapping this thing up. They got a Joseph A. Bank over there too. A few more shops over here as well, but I think you guys get the gist, get the idea of how Biltmore Village is structured. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this vlog here in Asheville, North Carolina. This was a very unique city here in the Rocky Mountains, and I really enjoyed my visit here to Asheville, North Carolina. So with that being said, guys, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Please, if you like this video, hit that like button so this video can get out into the algorithms. I am closing in on 100 subs, so I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me since day one, or been rocking with me here lately anyway. And for those that are new to the channel, you know, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. And also, aside from subscribing, share this with your family, friends, co-workers, whoever, you know. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and this has been another P9 production. So until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace, and have a great day.